Welcome. Good afternoon. Happy Saturday. Welcome to yoga for stress and anxiety. Hi, Amy. I thought this would be really all yoga is for stress and anxiety. That's one of the best reasons to practice yoga. Well, there's a million reasons to practice yoga, but all yoga, because it's attaching you, connecting you to your breath, taking you inside your body, is going to be helpful for stress and anxiety, especially the breath. You hear me say it probably every time I have a live video, that the breath is the greatest tool that we have, and definitely one of the best things you can cultivate with a regular yoga practice. But for today, I want to just talk and incorporate a few poses that will help facilitate releasing, opening things that will help relieve some stress and anxiety. So a couple of breath exercises we'll do today, and a couple of the poses that we'll do today I want to show you specifically. If you're having a particularly stressful or anxious day, moment, time, you can use these, and you don't have to do the whole class, although if you want to do the whole class, that's great, but just taking away things that you can use anytime, any day in your life when you need some freedom, right? Some release. If you're a type A person, you're an overachiever, you like things to feel in control, you like things to feel safe, you like, you're an overdoer, you're an overthinker, and a lot of those things, they may make you a really productive person, a really driven person, and a lot of those things are really great, and I'm all of those things as well, but it does lead to anxiety and a heightened nervous system. So we want to cultivate things that we do regularly to relax and ease our nervous system and let go of that constant noise. So this practice is going to get us out of our head and into our body and help relax and release some of those emotions and feelings. And so let's begin. We're going to begin in child's pose. Child's pose, you can have your knees hip distance apart or wider. That's about shoulder width. Your big toes touch. Your hips go back to your heels. And you fold forward in between your legs. Forehead going towards the ground. If it's difficult to get your forehead to the ground, you can make a pillow with your hands. If it's difficult to bend your knees that deeply, you can take a foam roller behind you. And you can reach your arms out long. Take a deep breath and lengthen through your whole spine. I'm going to keep looking to the side so you can hear my voice, but go ahead and bring your forehead down and keep your neck straight and relaxed. So we're going to breathe and we're going to lengthen. We're going to breathe into the whole back of the body, really focusing on the back of the rib cage and behind the shoulder blades, opening and lengthening our spine so the hips are moving back and the back of the neck or the crown of the head is reaching forward. But we're also widening with each inhale out to the sides and expanding our rib cage out wide. See if you can inhale and exhale through your nose. And see if you can begin to make your exhale last longer than your inhale. You can keep your arms outstretched in front of you, or you can bring them down by your sides with palms face up. About 3 to 4 more really slow, relaxing breaths here in through the nose. And longer exhale out through the nose. Beginning to quiet the body and slow down the body, letting go of anything that may have happened today, anything that may have been on your mind. When your mind begins to wander at any time throughout this class, we're just going to, on the exhale, remind ourselves gently to bring our awareness back to our breath, back inside our body, relaxing as we do so. You're going to bring your hands in front of you and come into a tabletop position on your hands and knees. Your hands are going to be right underneath your shoulders, and your knees are going to be right underneath your hips. And John is reminding me and reminding us all that this is Carolina Cup Day. I've kind of been trying not to think about that. But yes, we would all be together at Carolina, maybe doing a clinic right now, but instead we're doing a live yoga class. Knees are under hips, spread your fingertips out wide. We're going to do some cat-cows, and we're going to move from the hips. So the first thing I want to happen is I want you to tuck your tailbone, and then feel the rippling up the spine as you round your spine through the middle of the back, through the upper back, and then drop your chin to your chest, into your cat pose. And then from the tailbone curling up, lower back, middle back, upper back, head and neck, arching into your cow, inhaling. Exhale, tailbone tucks. So we are rippling or undulating from the lower spine, rounding the spine as much as you can. Exhale, inhaling to arch one vertebrae at a time from the tailbone to the top of the head. Drop the belly, look up. Let's do a few more of these cat-cows. Really feeling as if you lengthen into the pose and you lengthen into your breath. You can find a little more length, a little more space, a little more depth in between each and every vertebrae. And if you want to add any side-to-side movements, if that feels good to take your hips or your head in opposite directions, or maybe press your hips forward and backward. Just find a little movement here. Just loose, open, free. And then we're going to tuck the toes under and press the hips back towards the heels. And you're going to try and flatten the back here, bringing the chest as close to the ground as you can. Pull the shoulders down, pull them back, and then pull them wide apart so your chest opens up and they externally rotate. Head falls down between the arms. We're going to lift from the hips all the way up to the sky. Try and keep your flat back. Keep your knees bent. So we're in a downward facing dog with knees bent, pressing into our fingertips. And you can stay with knees bent, or you can begin to pedal your feet one at a time, walking your dog, bending and straightening the legs. Bringing your awareness back to your breath. Let's take a deep inhale here. Bend the knees, bringing the chest towards the sides, and then let's exhale, straightening both legs up to the sky, trying to keep a flat back. Bend both knees again and walk your feet to meet your hands. Come into a forward fold. Feet are underneath your hips. Knees are still slightly bent. Hips are pulling back. Head relaxes down. We're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. So we're going to do that tailbone tuck, and then the low back's going to roll up, and then the middle back's going to roll up, and then the upper back, the shoulders, the chest, the neck, the head till we're standing tall. I'm going to adjust for some standing poses. Good. Okay. So mountain pose, feet are underneath your hips. Your shoulders are down away from your ears, but your chest stays broad, so the shoulders externally rotate open, the palms are facing out. The back of the neck is long, and remember those deep breaths we were taking in our child's pose, lengthening the torso and expanding the rib cage out wide as we do so. So let's take some expansive breaths here. Lengthening up through the crown of the head, or even from pulling the back of the neck up towards the sky. Chest is open. And as you exhale, see if you can exhale through the nose, nice and slow. keeping that expansiveness as you exhale. So we went through these last time and we're going to go through them again. I want you to think about the way you're really moving here, and we're going to go through some dynamic and then even kind of explosive or ballistic movements with our breath here, and so I want to make sure that we're doing it properly before we engage it any quickly. So as we forward fold, inhale, sweep your arms up, and we're going to swan dive. We're going to come to a flat back, but I want this movement to be led from the hips pulling back. So my knees bend a little bit, my hips pull back, and I come down through a flat back, as if I'm coming down to do my deadlift. And then I'm going to come from a flat back, press into my heels, squeeze the back of the legs to stand up. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, hips pull back, flat back. You should feel this in the back of the legs, so the hips pulling back, and then flat back, press into the heels. A little bit of glute activation to lift you back up. So now let's go all the way down through a flat back. It doesn't matter if you touch the floor. Go ahead and relax the upper back. Hips are still pulling back. Inhale, coming through a flat back, pressing into the heels, coming up. So I want you to think about perhaps just an intention here. Something that has been troubling you, something that's been making you anxious, stressed lately, something that you want to release and let go of, at least just for the next few moments here. Bring that in and bring that thought in. And so with this next exercise, this is a very releasing, very cleansing breath. So we're going to inhale and sweep the arms up. And we're going to exhale forcefully and quickly, folding forward through the mouth. And then inhale through the nose to rise back up. And exhale. And your head hangs at the bottom, and your arms swing at the bottom. And you inhale and you come up. And as you exhale, we're still pulling the hips back to lower down. And inhale, pressing through the heels, using the back of the legs to come up. So if at any time you feel this in your body and it says stop, please stop. If at any time you're feeling this in your low back and not in the backs of the legs, please stop. So exhale through the mouth, and just whatever it is that's been troubling you, just let it go. Inhale through the nose to come up. Exhale. Let your head go, let your arms go at the bottom. Reach tall on the inhale. We're going to do about 3 more. Think you're just expelling it out of your body. Let it go. Last one. Come up tall. Bring your hands to heart center. Close your eyes. Breathe in and out through your nose. Just be still. Feels pretty cool, huh? You can do that anytime. Make sure you're warming up and you're doing it properly first. But that's a really fun breath to just get you moving, get things flowing, and just kind of just let things out, like frustrations, anger, anxiety, anything like that. So another really great tool to help is to work on balancing poses. So we're going to do a couple of balancing poses now, starting with a simple one and then moving to a more challenging one. But if you're balance challenged, bring yourself next to something that you can hold on to for the next couple poses if you need that. And what a balance pose does is it's going to bring us out of our minds, and as we're recalibrating towards center to find that balance, it's bringing us inside, and it's helping to recenter, rebalance, and bring the mind off of the busyness and internally into the stillness. So We're going to start with the right leg, and I know you can't see my feet, but I want you to find as much space as you can between the big toe ball mound and the pinky toe ball mound and the heel of the foot, so those 3 points of contact on the bottom of the foot. Spread them out as wide as you can, and then lift and spread all of your toes. Hello. And then lift and spread all of your toes, and as you do that, feel the arch of your foot lift up. And as you place your toes back down, see if you can still feel that arch lifting, and there should be an engagement of the muscles traveling up through your ankle, your shin, your knee, and your quad. So there's some engagement in your, and then round that down and anchor that down into the ground, and we're going to turn the left toes out, and you can just, then if you need balance on a chair or wall or whatever, do that. You're going to slide the left foot up as high as you can. Don't press the foot against the knee, so either choose the calf or the thigh. And press the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. Bringing your hands to heart center. Breathing up tall. Perhaps breathing the arms up overhead if that feels good. This is tree pose, so letting your tree grow, letting some branches open out. Level 2 would be to look up to the sky. If you're feeling really balanced here, level 3 would be to close your eyes. Let's go ahead and gracefully come back down to the ground. Shake that out a little bit. And then we are going to do the left leg. So spreading those 3 points of contact, big toe ball mound, pinky toe ball mound, and the heel of the foot out wide, lifting and spreading the toes, feeling the arch lift, placing the toes back down, but keeping that lifted arch, feeling that energy and that engagement traveling up the leg, and then rounding the weight back down. We're going to place the right leg, turning it sideways, pressing the right foot against the left thigh, and the left thigh pressing into the right foot. Deep breaths. Hands to heart center, or letting your tree grow up towards the sky. It's okay if your tree sways a bit in the breeze. If you did so on the other side and you want to try either lifting your gaze to the sky or closing your eyes, good. Exhaling, bringing the hands to heart center. Slowly lowering that right leg down. Take it out. So that's tree pose. We're going to do a forward fold. Again, if you're using a prop for balance, don't take it very far. We're going right into a little bit more of a challenging balance pose. If you found tree really challenging, you can go ahead and just repeat that pose and not this next one if it looks like something that you're not ready for, but having something to hold on to if you need it helps a lot. So inhale, sweep the arms up, growing tall. We're going to hip hinge to forward fold. And let's just relax here for a minute. Let the head and arms go so the neck is relaxed and the shoulders are relaxed. And the hips are pulling up and back. Pull the belly in and up and pull the belly away from the ground as well. And then we're going to step the right foot back into a lunge. And you're going to bring the hands about a foot in front of your left foot and with the left foot right in between the two hands. So there's a triangle between your left foot, your right hand, your left hand. They're about a foot in front of your foot. And we're going to come up onto those 3 points, the fingertips and that left leg. We're going to press out through the right heel, and there's lots of engagement in that right leg. You can stay right here if you like, if this feels like a challenge. Or we're going to come into a half moon pose. So right hand goes to right hip. Left hand's on the ground, fingertips. You can keep a slight bend in your left knee. If that hand really doesn't reach the ground and you need a little bit more, this is where if you had a chair as your prop, you could put your weight on your chair instead of the ground. If you're on your 2 points, we're going to slowly open that hip up towards the sky. So we're trying to stack the right hip right on top of the left hip and the shoulders right on top of each other. Keep pressing through that right leg. Level 2 would be to look to the sky. Level 3 would be to take those left fingertips and float them off the ground. Slowly coming back to your 3 points of contact, bending that left leg back into your lunge, and step the right foot to meet the left, forward fold. Take a breath here in and out. Relax the shoulders, the neck, anything that tensed up. And let's do the other side. So you're going to step the left foot back, make a triangle with your right and left hand, and right foot. Coming up into a standing split-ish. We're going to press back through that left leg. You can stay right here, keep pressing that left leg back. Or bring left hand to left hip. Try and open the left hip up to the sky. Stack the hips, stack the shoulders. Breathe. You can keep a bend in that standing leg. Maybe you want to look to the sky. Maybe you want to float the fingertips. Deep breaths. We're going to bring the hands and the hips back down. We're going to come back to our lunge. Step the left foot to meet the right. And forward fold. Inhale, coming halfway to a flat back, lengthen. Exhale, stepping the feet back, lowering the knees down onto your knees. So, if you want to grab a chair, I meant to say that in the beginning of the class, that will help with this next pose, or just the back of a couch, or if you're pretty open in your spine, you might not need a prop at all. So if you don't have a prop, don't worry about it. If you do have a prop, you can use the back of a chair or the back of a couch or bed. So we're going to come high up on our knees. And we'll do a little assisted camel here to open up the chest, open up the heart. So the hips are going to be right above the knees. So there's a little bit of glute activation to make those hips bones right above the knee bones. And a little bit of abdominal activation so that we're not just flaring the rib cage just yet at this moment. So a little bit of activation in the backs of the legs, hips are pushing forward to be right above the knees. Hands come to your low back or to your prop. So if you don't have a prop, hands are on your low back, pushing those hips forward. If you have a prop, they can come onto your prop. So now we're going to take the breastbone, the sternum, and lift it up towards the sky. So we are pressing the hips forward and pulling the chest up towards the sky. You can keep the back of the neck long, or you can let the head fall back. So now pull the shoulders wide apart and open the chest even more. And lift it even higher, lengthening. If you're really open through your spine and you want to reach back for the backs of your legs, but don't let the hips collapse back to do so. Hips stay forward. Really, it's about the lifting up through the chest. One more deep breath here. exhale, let's slowly let that go. We're going to slowly lower all the way down into our child's pose. Stay in your child's pose for 5 deep breaths. Oh, music's a little loud. Thanks, Mom. Just got that now. Thanks, Facebook. Sorry, guys. I hope it wasn't too hard to hear me. So from your child's pose, go ahead and crawl your feet underneath you, making your way into a seated position. That's the first time the music's been too loud. Things happen. So bottoms of the feet come together. And they don't have to come close to you, just as close as is comfortable. And we're going to press the feet out wide, and we're going to pull that chest once again forward and up. The shoulders pull broad, the back of the neck pulls long. Inhaling, lengthening. Good. We're going to reach the legs all the way out in front of you, and we're going to roll down onto our back one vertebrae at a time. When you get all the way down to the ground, reach your arms overhead, reach your legs out long, stretch the whole body. So we're going to once again bring the bottoms of the feet together and bring the knees out wide. If this is really uncomfortable for you, and you can slide the heels away from you, or you can just leave the knees bent like this. We're not going to stay here for too long, but we're in that bound angle, that butterfly pose in a reclined position. Maybe even a little like fist underneath your thigh can give you a little bit of support here too, unless you have yoga blocks or something handy. So let's slow down right here. Let's think once again about the length of our exhale. How long and slow and relaxed can we make our exhale? Can it make us feel? This is nice filling, opening inhale and a long, slow, relaxing exhale. If you would like to stay with your feet and legs in this bound angle position, you're welcome to do so. If you'd like to straighten the legs out, we're going to come into our final relaxation, our Shavasana. So you're going to have the feet about as wide apart as the mat, maybe a little wider. Feet relax and splay out to the sides. Relax your ankles, your knees, and your hips. And let the legs go. Feel that your spine is long and straight, and the shoulders are underneath you, down away from the ears. Maybe gently roll your head from side to side. Relax your neck. Stopping your head right in the center and closing your eyes. Relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your neck. Maybe swallowing to relax your throat. Maybe gently licking and parting your lips to relax your lips and relax your jaw. Relaxing your cheeks and your eyes. We hold a lot of tension we don't even realize just in our face and our jaw. Relaxing your forehead, relax the crown of your head, relax your whole skull. Trying now to feel as heavy as you can possibly feel. Letting your body just feel like dead weight supported by the ground. Okay, if the mind wanders, just reminding yourself as you exhale to let those thoughts go, to come back to your breath. Reminding yourself that whatever it is can wait, that this time is for you, that whatever it is that you feel like you have to do, you will be able to accomplish it. You will be able to address it in a more productive and more efficient way when you are relaxed. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Begin to lengthen and deepen your breath. Taking a bigger inhale. Maybe sweeping your arms over your head. Bending your knees into your chest. Giving yourself a hug. And take your knees in circles. Rocking from side to side. Back and forth. Rolling onto your side. And thanking yourself for taking the time to nourish your body. We're going to use our hands to press back up to a seated position. Sitting up tall. Feeling centered, feeling relaxed, feeling calm. Knowing that this space, this feeling is here for you anytime. And that I'm going to be continuing to do these yoga lives for you. And I would love to hear your feedback. I hope you could hear me all right, and I did turn the music down eventually. It was a bit late, but I love your feedback. I love your suggestions. I love your questions, and let me know how we can make this even better. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And we will talk some more about stress and anxiety definitely in the upcoming sessions, so I think that's a great topic to keep reminding people of the tools that they have inside to help relieve those thoughts. And thank you. Thank yourself for being here now. And I'll see you really soon.